you a goofball? Yeah? Excited about the snow too. So it's been a while. We have had a very boring winter up until last night, I would say.
Last night we had a nice storm, or a good dumper. It dumped 8 inches.
And before that, we'd probably had in, an inch or two at a time. At one point, we've been close to a foot on the ground, but then we had a long spell where it was cold, near zero. We didn't have any real cold, or just below or whatever, 0 Fahrenheit, but it just kind of compacted and evaporated and everything. And we were down to like 3 inches on the ground, probably. Yeah. And then we've gotten like 3 back-to-back storms over the past few days. One put down some snow. One put down some snow and then had howling wind, so I think it took most of it away again. I don't know where it landed.
There's about a little over 2 feet of total winter snow on the ground right now.
Not counting the plow piles, which are...
No, right. Well, I don't... Can you...
It can see the plow pile.
Oh,
yeah.
We can kind of get perspective on how tall it is.
Yeah, because Clay's just about over 6 feet, so the plow piles are 6 foot tall now. But it's nice to actually, it finally feels like really winter. This would be a not unusual amount of snow for us to have in mid-November, and it took clear to mid-January this year. It was a little depressing. As you know, I love winter and snow, so when there's none around, it's kind of sad looking. So this is exciting, and as you can probably see, Clay plowed. It was borderline on whether or not I should have actually fired up the, I know you want attention. Where's all your toys to throw? Hey, where's your toys to throw to use up your energies?
Where's your toy? I don't know. Where's your ball?
I think your dad might have buried your ball. Ooh. I think it's behind the bird feeders. Yeah. Was the last place I saw it. We'll have to go dig it out. Anyway, it was borderline whether or not I should have actually fired up the little snowblower to do the little edges and paths, but I haven't got the shovel hardly at all this year, so I shoveled. And he plowed, and everything's nice and wide open, and it's actually sunny, and I think maybe we're going to get a little more snow tonight. So that's exciting.
It is.
So yeah, it's been a while. Sorry about no videos. It wasn't my plan to have a gap that long. We've had a few things going on. We were busy getting ready for winter, and then winter kind of didn't come, and so we did more fall stuff, and then winter didn't come, and so we did more fall stuff. Now, to be clear, it was cold, but just the snow didn't come, so we were still pulling quackgrass out of the edges of things, and I'm sure you guys are tired of hearing about that. And then in between that, we did start to get some snow flurries, and so we got to spend a little time relaxing. The last bunch of months since, you know, Clay's been around full time has been kind of a weird combo of being crazy busy and getting to take little breaks, almost like we finally got a honeymoon since we've worked the day we got married, and we haven't even got to spend that much time in the same spot for 2.5 years since, because of me doing a lot of the caretaking of the homestead here while he was still working to bring in more of the income to build some of the infrastructure here. Anyway, so that in the long run will have paid off, but it sucked. So now that we've been together, you know, actually more of the time and not just working dawn till dusk, it has been really fun to do a little bit of just relaxing things, whether we watch a movie together or, you know, listen to an audiobook and we put together a puzzle, or when it wasn't wintry still, we went fishing several times, which is one of Clay's favorite things to do, and I like to tag along, take pictures, and read a book. And I've got footage of all this stuff, and I just haven't had time to get it together into a video. And then I wasn't real inspired about taking pictures outside because it was so just boring and ugly with very little snow. It wasn't inspiring, and anyway, so that all just added up to here we are. Now it's like the middle of January. We finally had a snow. It actually looks like winter. It makes me feel really happy inside. And we're still working on other things. And I'll probably try to get caught up on some of the video footage you guys didn't see from the past bunch of months. But we're doing well. If you followed our posts on MeWe, you've been seeing some of what we're doing. We did both have bad head colds for a couple weeks there, but that seems to have gone away. And we are so excited that it is snowing. And I hope you're having a wonderful winter where you are. And hopefully these will be a little bit more regular again. And you may have noticed a few new things we got to do the videos on that we found. There's an entirely new building on the property. Our ducks are laying really well. Our chicken flock has expanded. It made several new flocks for friends and neighbors this year, but we have 27 hens and 2 roosters in the barn these days. It's almost dark, so they're coming inside. I love all their pretty colors. Yeah, you ladies are beautiful. They have been laying well since about the first of the year. We've gone back to getting pretty good flow of chicken eggs. The ducks laid steadily all through the winter. A few of our newest hens seem to think clear on top of the woodpile. In the one cat bed, there's a bed inside there and on top, but inside there they've decided that's a pretty nice place to lay eggs, so that's a little bit of a pain. The dogs like playing fetch, but Burley's actually the only one who brings things back. Tana likes to chase them. And so do the cats.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Got it. Oh boy.
Tana never has developed self-control. She overruns things and then gets mad at herself. Then she'll bring it back a little bit, and then she usually drops it and lets Burley take it the rest of the way. See, she'll put it about there and wait for Burley. And she's decided she's old and tired.
Ah, boy.
That's more normal. Yeah, I'll chase it, then I'll let him return it, then I'll chase it again. That's her strategy. I had a nice clean path shoveled to the bird barn door when the lean-to roof, which is not unexpected, decided to shed most of it and plopped it right into my pathway, splashed it actually up onto the door of the chicken barn. So I shall be reshoveling that.
Snow got inside the damn buckets. Blowed so hard.
That was quite the wind.
For everybody wondering how Burley's doing, he is doing great, all things considered. As you can see in this video, he's happy. He loves the snow. Winter is definitely his favorite time of year. And his missing eye does not seem to bother him, even with his already existing eye condition. So he's about half blind in the other eye, but he seems to get around so well with half an eye that you don't notice. Occasionally you can, surprise him if you come up on his blind side, but the vast majority of the time you can't tell he's got any problems with vision at all. He is starting to eat some very small chewy things like, little chicken feet and stuff like that, but no big bones as he's eaten for most of his life. He is chasing and fetching things that are either somewhat soft, like a squishy ball, or that he just doesn't love quite as much as he loves his frisbee. He chases those so aggressively and will nosedive to fetch them and such. We have not let him do any frisbeeing yet since his accident. But at some of the other, rope toys and stuff, he chases them down and picks them up. He just doesn't, get so aggressive about pursuing them. So overall, he is doing really, really well. There does not seem to be yet... there does still seem to be, according to the vet, some movement in the back of his jaw. So I don't think that is fully healed up. Possibly that will at some point become more stable, and possibly that will be the way it always is. Maybe he will never be able to chew big bones or play frisbee again, we're not sure. But all in all, considering that he probably shouldn't be alive at all, he is doing really well. And as you can see, none of these things seem to bother his little doggy brain at all. He still likes playing with his cats and chasing big bad no good birds out of the sky if he thinks there's something that's a threat to his chickens or ducks, and he loves playing and bouncing through the snow and just seems to be very happy. So that's how he's doing. And Tana, Clay's dog, she's doing great. She's actually getting a bit blind as well. That's due to age. She is getting fairly elderly, though. As you can see, she still at times likes to play with him like a puppy. She just wears out pretty quick and wants to go back to napping in peace and quiet. But they're both doing well, as are all the other critters around here so far. And that is, that's good to see. And it's... just watching all of our animals do their thing is one of the things that I enjoy most about our lifestyle, I would have to say. So like I said, shortly I will hopefully get some videos done catching up on a few of the projects we've got done here that you haven't got to see yet. And I've even got some footage of just the fun stuff. Like I said, it's felt the last little bit like we kind of got to do a bit of a honeymoon in, 2 to 6 hour chunks at a time of just doing fun things together, and that has been really enjoyable. So I might get around to throwing some of the footage of that stuff together to share. We'll see. Just walking the dogs, fishing, relaxing, those kinds of things that we have not had much opportunity to do together in a while. But like I said, the inconvenience and not fun parts, like not getting to spend lots of time together for several years, is paying off, and being able to have a place set up and, have paid cash for things and do things as we have the time and finances. That's been a lot of work, but in the long run here, it is going to be so worth it. And I'm glad we're getting toward this stage of things where we actually get to spend time together.
Thanks for spending your valuable time with us.
I hope you learned something interesting and useful.
Or found something beautiful here.